Hello, everybody. Welcome to my BookTube channel, Marlicia's Meanderings. I am Marlicia, and today I just want to talk a little bit about what I'm going to do for the month of October. Based on some of the things I've been hearing and on my own feelings about things, I'm pulling it back a little bit this month and maybe for this entire quarter. So I'm going to let you know what I am doing, and you'll be surprised it's not much. Okay. The first thing I'm doing is a quarterly read-along. It's by Faith and Books, that's Faith, and it's a theology read-along, and we're doing the book of Isaiah. And I'm excited about this. I'm going to be using it for my meditation from October to all the way through December. So that means it hits Advent, so I don't have to get a new book for that. And I'm using 3 books. Well, technically I'm using 2 books. I did start out using the Bible for the book of Isaiah. And I'll show you my readings today. It was the first chapter. So you can see all my pink. I haven't read the commentary yet because this is my meditation as well as my reading challenge or my reading read-along, buddy read-along, what do you want to call this? So I have to go back and read the introduction and all that, which I should have done before I read, but I didn't have time, so it's going to come afterward. But in any event, this is the Bible I'm using, but I may not be using the Bible as much as I thought because the 2 books I'm using for commentary have the Bible verses in them and then the commentary below. And the first one is the Ignatius Catholic Study Bible, Isaiah, and this is commentary notes and study questions, Revised Standard Version, Second Catholic Edition, and this is by Scott Hahn and Curtis Mitch, I think. Let's see. Yeah, Scott Hahn, Curtis Mitch, Dennis Walters, and Mark, I can't even begin to pronounce it, Giszczak, I'm not sure. I apologize if he hears that. But this is the book, and it has the entire text, and then it has the commentary on the bottom, which is really nice. Now, I was wondering if I would be able to read it. I can read it now, but this morning I couldn't, even with my glasses. But I can read it, so I will be using this book. And it may be that this is my primary because it has everything. It has the whole chapter. It has the whole chapter, so I can read the whole chapter and have the stuff right below it. Oh, that's why I thought it was small. That was smaller. If you look here in this introduction part, the smaller print is a commentary, but not all the commentary is that small. So that'll be good because if I can't read it even with my glasses, I'm in trouble. But I can read the commentary for this. It's much larger. So this is one of my books that I'm using. The other one is by Father Mitch Pacwa, Commentary on the Book of Isaiah, an in-depth look at the Gospel of the Old Testament. And I had this one before I had the Ignatius Study Bible. I got this one because Faith mentioned it on her channel. And this one I mentioned, and I believe she got that because she was looking at it already, and I kind of reminded her about it when I talked about it when I got it in my book haul, and then talked to her about I would use this for Isaiah. And the thing about this is that it's really in-depth, but it goes like verse by verse. For example, this is lesson 1, Isaiah 1 and 2. Okay, so those are the first 2 chapters. But here you have Isaiah 1, 2 to 3. So chapter 1, verse 2 and 3. And you have the little bit of the verse, and then you have the commentary, and the little verse and the commentary. So it's really broken up, which might inhibit my meditation and my understanding of the reading. I think that what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick with the Isaiah book first, this one here, and use this to bolster it. And then later on, when I'm just studying Isaiah on my own, or if I'm doing a meditation in the morning where I can only have enough time for a small verse, I'll do this book on its own. But I am going to use it as a supplement for this book and potentially with the Bible as well. This has the entire book of Isaiah in it. This does as well, I believe. I think Talia made a video and she said that it does have all of the chapters and verses, just not as much commentary on each of the verses. So I'm really looking forward to this. This is going to be fun. I will try to link the information to Faith and Books, her YouTube video that she talks about this. I did it in my last video, I believe, but I'll repost it. The rest of October is basically going to be, for me, the Cozy with the Detection Club, and that's Ty and I are co-hosting. It was her brainchild, but I'm co-hosting with her. And this is the reading at least one work by Detection Club member. And I will have all this information that Taya has in her video under my video as well as a link to her video, okay? And so we're talking about Detection Club people, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. Well, these are adjacent. The Detection Club ones that I know, that I know, the Detection Club, well, I can't talk. The Detection Club members that I know off the top of my head are Agatha Christie, Dorothy Sayers, Father John Knox. I can't think of any others off the top of my head, but then you have the adjacent ones like Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, Josephine Tay, Georgette Heyer, CHB Kitchen, Margaret Erskine. I'm reading these, that's why I know more of these. Nigel Moreland, Nancy Spain, Maurice Proctor, Andrew Garvey, Detection Club members. Okay, this is a channel, I'm not going to look at that. Also, A.A. Milne, who wrote Winnie the Pooh, and that will bring me to the first book that I'm reading for this. I'm reading The Red House Mystery by A.A. Milne, and I'm already 21% into this book. I started it the day before the challenge started, but that was because I was in a hurry, and I was also kind of in a reading slump. So I decided to get started, and I'm just trying to find where I'm at here. Okay, let me get, whoops. Trying to get where I'm at. There we go. I'm on page 46 of 213. So that means I am approximately 21% of the book. I think it's about 219 pages. So I'm really enjoying this. This is an interesting book. I don't want to go too much into it in case I want to do a review, but it has the flavor a little bit of Winnie the Pooh in the terms of the way things are said and the way things are presented and just the general feel. But I don't want to get too much into that because I don't want to give anything away. Apparently there's an Andrew Garve Detection Club member Storygraph challenge with no time limit for author tracking purposes, and there's a link to that. I will have that in the description box below the video. And then the 2025 Cozy with the Detection Club Readathon Storygraph Challenge. I'm sorry, guys, I'm getting tongue-tied. The 2025 Cozy with the Detection Club Readathon Storygraph Challenge, and I will have the link for that. That's for our read-along, okay? There is Father Knox's Decalogue, and I don't know if this is part of, I have to reread. I haven't read all the information because she's got a ton of information that she gave me, and I, as usual, am not completely prepared, but because I'm always running around doing stuff. I've been, preparing for guests and doing the Fiber Festival and taking Talia to doctor's appointments, so I just didn't have time. But Father Knox's Decalogue, I guess this is to find books that follow the Decalogue. In other words, a book where the criminal must be someone mentioned in the early part of the story, but must not be anyone whose thoughts the reader has been allowed to follow. The second one, all supernatural or preternatural agencies are ruled out as a matter of course. Number 3 is not more than one secret room or passage is allowable. Okay, so the Decalogue, this is not to have a book by each of these. This is what the rules are that the Golden Age had to follow. But I think there is a challenge. Yes, there is. It's at the top here. Other recommended challenges within the readathon. The author breaks one of the rules of Father Knox's Decalogue. And the Decalogue was what I was starting to read. I'm not going to read it. It will take too long. I will get tongue-tied. It will be better for you to read it in the description below the video. Okay, so the first challenge within this read-along is author breaks one of the rules of Father Knox's Decalogue. See below. Number 2 is a story is narrated by a Watson-like character. Number 3 is a locked room mystery. Number 4 is a nonfiction book about a detection club or its members. Number 5 is a story has an on-screen adaptation. You should be able to find that really easy with things like Agatha Christie, where there are on-screen adaptations of Poirot, of Miss Marple, of Tommy and Tuppence. So there's a lot of things that you can find there. And there's several actually, of Sherlock Holmes, so who is an adjacent. So you can find that very easily. A story that was a play adapted to a novel, or a novel adapted to a play. I think one of them was Black Coffee. I don't know the rest of them for Agatha Christie, but there are obviously several of those as well. Well, maybe not obviously, but there are several of those. Read a short story by a detection club member. That's number 7. Number 8 is to read a non-mystery work by a detection club member. Number 9 is read a detection club collab book. I have to find one of those, see if I can find one of those. That'd be interesting. And number 10 is read something by a detection club adjacent mystery author, invited or considered but did not join. I'm doing that right now with A.A. Milne. I believe he's adjacent, not... Yeah, I believe he's adjacent. I may be mistaken. I'll have to look up my facts for that. But Sir Arthur Conan Doyle is on my list as well, and he's adjacent. So those are the 10 challenges within the storybook read along, the Storygraph read along. You don't have to do all of them. You can do whatever you want, but it'll be fun to see how many you can do. And then you'll find the Decalogue that she's referring to at the bottom of the description box. And that is a rather garbled meandering. I do apologize. I'm a little bit frazzled because my husband is downstairs doing something, and I know he's going to come up pretty soon to eat supper. And if he does that, I want to be finished, and so I'm rushing, and I apologize. But thank you for putting up with me and my meanderings. I appreciate that. I appreciate you, and I hope to see you the next time I record. God bless, and have a great evening.